Can you hear me? Alright guys, good morning. I'm standing under one of my spotlights in my bedroom. I've got like this shadow over me. Hang on a sec. I think that's better. I don't know if you can hear me. There is a I hope you can hear that. There is a massive storm outside and it's 9:40 in the morning, which is really unusual. Our storms are usually like in the afternoon, and it's gotten really cold. And my plan today, while the kids are at daycare and kindy, was to clean just the bedrooms, scrub all the bedrooms down and clean them, strip the beds, air our quilts outside, our summer quilts, and put the winter quilts on. I'm still gonna do it, even though it is pouring down with rain. And I thought I would just bring you along with me. So I'm just gonna deep clean my bedroom and my husband's, my son's and my daughter's. I've got some clothes I need to clean out of theirs because they've outgrown them. Am I gonna do it today? Probably not. I just wanna strip the beds, clean, dust, vacuum, and get refreshed and get ready for winter, because right now I'm in long pants and a jumper and it's actually quite cold in our bedrooms. So I think autumn is leaving and winter is well on its way. We live in Queensland, it doesn't get that cold, but as a Queenslander we do feel the cold. So I thought I'd bring you with me and you can just watch and enjoy my deep clean of the bedrooms. Any products that you see or items that we own and you want to know where we've gotten them from, please let me know below in a comment and I will answer them for you. And apart from that, enjoy hopefully a very satisfying clean with me. If you see flashes in the background, it is the storm. I will just play music over this because it is getting worse outside and it is super loud. So off I go to clean. I don't know if it's me guys, but if I had a clean made bed and a vacuumed floor and all my clothes put away in my bedroom, I just feel so much more organized in the mornings. I'm actually starting to sweat now. It's still storming. The rain has calmed down, but yeah, I don't know what it is. I just feel when my room is organized, it feels really good and clean, and I feel like I'm going to sleep better. Whether I do or don't, I don't. Whether I do or not, that's a different story. I just get my face cloth and go around all the skirting boards. I do have a white quilt that I want to put on this bed. Quick story. We have a new bed frame. and a new quilt cover. But I'm not doing it just, I'm not going to build it just yet. I actually got it off Marketplace, a king size bed frame. And I've got a really cool idea on what I want to do with it. So it needs a sand and a spray paint. I picked it up ridiculously cheap. So I'm going to share that with you later, like in a couple of months from now, because it's actually a bit of a big project. And I don't want to put the new quilt cover on this bed. It is a beautiful quilt cover, a super king quilt cover I got from Target. Target had 20% off, and then if I spent over $80 at Target, I think I ended up getting $40 in flyby points. So I got my son a new quilt cover and myself and hubby a new quilt cover, and I think the super king quilt cover came down to like $40, and it is a really nice natural linen kind of look. And then I also have a new quilt. So I got the actual Super King quilt from Kmart. I don't have high expectations for it, but it's a really nice fluffy quilt. But I don't want to like put the quilt on the bed until I've got the bed frame done. So for now, until the white one's been washed, we're just going to rock out this color scheme here. There's nothing wrong with it. The cat and the dog sleep on the blanket here. This blanket is just from Kmart. There is something I did want to show you though. I've just put her coat on, because she's gotten a little bit cold and she wants to go out, but it's too wet. It's like those days that you want to wash your hair but you can't be bothered. I think that's how my dog is feeling. I wanted to show you this. I picked up this here. It's a USB one. It's got a USB charger to it, so it's plugged into the wall. I need to get a longer lead because our power point is like halfway behind the bed. But this here is a phone charger. I picked it up off of Amazon, and all I do is place my phone on it, and it charges my phone. So my husband's got one, his is black, and I grabbed my cell phone, which is white. I will try and find the link to it and list it below, because I think that is really handy. Instead of having to plug your phone in, I can just lay it on there, and to be honest, I don't have like a lead that keeps falling on the floor. It's kind of like just a piece of decor that sits on my nightstand. So if I can find that, I'll link it below. They're only new and I really liked them. Very, very cost effective, as some people would say in my language. It was cheap. It was a really cheap product, and I think it's great. I've actually purchased quite a few things off of Amazon Australia lately, and I do want to share them with you in the coming months. I've got quite a few things happening in regards to home decor and styling in a few months, so stay tuned. Apart from that, I just love a clean, fresh bedroom. Alright, I'm on to little Miss's room. This is pretty much how my kids' rooms look in the morning when I'm running late to do something. We kind of just focus on getting ready and getting out the door. And this morning, because I knew I was going to strip the beds, I might just get dressed and we can go to kindy and daycare and get ready for photos. When we moved into this house, I really didn't like the carpet. It was clean, it's just really old, and I found it quite dark. So I went out and bought the kids each a massive rug to fill 90% of their room. And when we get our next place and we move, I'll actually take her rug with us. I think it'll actually come quite in handy. Little man's is really flat and I don't like the piling on it, so that won't. But I'm going to get in, strip her bed. She's actually got her quilt on here for winter, so I'm just going to strip her bed and remake it with clean sheets and clean up the fun my kids have had this morning. bedroom. I'm almost there. I've got to fully strip his bed and change the quilt on it. So I'll get onto that. His room actually just needs like a freshen up, not like a massive tidy. My son has learnt to be pretty well cleaned. My son is pretty organised in his room, and when I say do a clean up, he is pretty good. So I'm going to strip his bed, change the sheets. I'm sure you guys have seen my video before, or I've talked about it on my Instagram channel about double sheeting. So I do mattress protector, fitted sheet, and then I usually have a mattress protector, and then 2 sheets on top. And this is just handy if the kids wet the bed or one of them is sick, which my son was about 2 months ago. He actually had a really bad tummy bug for 24 hours, and we did have to strip his bed, and I think it was about 9 p.m. and all we had to do was chuck these sheets off, and there was fresh sheets underneath. I just need to get a waterproof protector. A mattress protector, people. A mattress protector. If you did want to get a mattress protector, make sure it is waterproof. So this isn't a comfort thing. This is for my children if they have an accident at night time, wet the bed, they throw up, whatever. This is waterproof underneath, and then it's just like a terry toweling on top. I got it from Kmart. My kids have single beds. I would assume they would have this in double. I do not know. They were not expensive.
Cover, agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand.
The little man's bed, the frame, it is so heavy. He actually asked for a bunk bed when we move, and I've managed to talk him out of it. Because seriously, how am I supposed to make a bunk bed every other day? So we've agreed on a different style of bed frame, and we're actually going to get the kids trundle beds, so if they do have friends sleep over, I can just pull out like a trundle bed under their bed. All that's under their beds now is just like blankets and a bit of storage stuff, which could easily go into like her wardrobe or something. I just haven't really invested the time and money into this house to set something up, because this is not a long-term place for us. We do have plans to move. I tell you what, I much prefer having a single quilt cover to put on than doing a super king. I know there's lots of tricks out there on how people put quilt covers on. Singles are super easy. I really struggle putting a super king on. And I also find that in our bedroom, our super king, the current one we've got, our super king quilt, I think it's too like satiny, and it keeps sliding around in the quilt cover, and it drives me insane. So the one that we've got now, which I haven't opened, but I think it's more of like a cotton, like the actual quilt has got like a cotton layer on the outside, so I'm hoping it's going to help with it not moving around. I'm not speaking very well today, am I? Because I mean, they are super keen. They're a really big quilt, and obviously the weight can help pull them. So if it does move, I've actually got a few ideas on how I'm going to like tack it into place. I don't want to use like what do you call them, safety pins, so I actually think they'll end up ripping the quilt cover. But I've got some ideas, so stay tuned in a few months for those that are interested, because I've got some ideas that if the quilt does move, on how I can pin it. And that's just one less thing I need to worry about every time I make the bed. See, this thing's heavy as. Now, I actually don't have the matching pillow slip for his bed. I don't know where it is, which is slightly annoying. I actually have kept, if you watch my video of me cleaning out my linen cupboard, I have kept that so organized and tidy. I think because everyone can just see what is in there and there is no clutter, there is no mess. So I really need to get in and do the kids' rooms and declutter them out because we're starting to accumulate just too much. The kids have gotten toys, clothes. Yeah, it's just gotten to the point where it's a bit unnecessary. Let's see if his pillow slippers under here. God, I do have blankets under here, which I need to clean out because, to be honest, he doesn't use that quilt. He doesn't use that blanket or this blanket anymore. They were kind of like mats that put on the floor for the kids when they were bubs. Here we go. I mean, I had that when he just had moved into his big boy bed. My kids moved into single beds out of the cot when they were both one. And he just doesn't, he just doesn't use some of those quilt covers anymore. I think he's got like 4 or 5 and I think that's just too many. And I bought him a new one. So, get ready guys, because there will be a declutter video coming soon. What do I need to do? I need to vacuum.
Easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other.
Oh, okay guys, that is it. I'm hot and sweaty now and it is still teeming down with rain outside. I'm done. All 3 rooms have been really well cleaned. Yes, there is more I can do. I could wipe down walls, I could wipe ceiling fans and all that kind of stuff, but the main thing was to refresh the beds, give it a good clean out. Our room was worse because I tend to focus on the kids first and then I look after my husband and then myself. So the kids' rooms are pretty well looked after. Our room was pretty dusty and dirty, but that is it. All up, this has taken me just over an hour and I've done a really good clean out. I've got a lot of washing that I have thrown behind this camera down the stairs, which I now need to go do. And I hate doing it, but I'm probably going to use the dryer because it's just not going to get dry in the next day or 2. But that is it. A deep clean and a bit of a chit chat with me. I hope you enjoyed it and we'll talk soon. Bye.